Hello everyone and welcome to today's online class for class 11.
Ionic compounds from crystal compounds by an orderly arrangement of their ions to gain an extra stability. We know that during the formation of crystal from an ionic compounds, ionic molecules, lattice energy is released as a result, and that stabilizes the ionic compound. So ionic compound, whenever oppositely charged ions are combined together in an electrostatic bond to form an ionic compound, they tend to form a crystal compound to gain an extra stability. Now this crystal formation happen in a certain orderly arrangement of ions. A certain orderly arrangement of oppositely charged ions with respect to one another form these crystal compounds. Now, these ions in a crystal structure, supposedly this ion, this anion, this ion of this particular crystal structure, in this particular crystal structure, experience some type, some forces. One of them being that when it is situated, this ion is situated in this crystal structure, it is experiencing electrostatic force of attraction from the surrounding oppositely charged ions. From this oppositely charged, positively charged ions. Similarly, this positively charged cation also is experiencing electrostatic force of attraction from the surrounding oppositely charged anions. Another force that these ions, these individual ions are experiencing are the repulsion forces from the similar charges, surrounding similar charges, and also electron from the electron density of its adjacent atom. So, two forces is felt by the ions in a crystal structure. One being the attraction force that is felt by the surrounding oppositely charged ion, and the repulsion force is also experienced by these ions in a crystal structure from the surrounding force, from these similarly charged surrounding ions, and also the electron density from the adjacent ion. Now, in a universe, any attraction force stabilizes a system, and any repulsion force destabilizes a system. So to gain this crystal structure, these ions try to get minimum repulsion from the surrounding atoms and maximum attraction from the surrounding atoms. That's why they orient themselves from their surrounding atoms. They orient themselves with respect to their surrounding atom in such a orderly manner so that the ions in a crystal experiences minimum repulsion and maximum attraction. That is why this orderly arrangement is happening in a crystal, and we can observe a definite shape. Now, to have this kind of minimum attraction and maximum repulsion, minimum repulsion and maximum attraction, to get this definite shape, this entire parameter depends on two factors. One factor being the charge of the ions, and the second one is the radius or the size of the ions. These two parameters predicts the orientation of ions with respect to one another, how the orientation of the ions should be with respect to one another that will produce a definite shape in which minimum repulsion and maximum attraction will be felt by the individual ions, and that thing depends on the charges of the ions and the size of the ions that are creating the crystal compound. To study this thing, specifically this radius of the ions, a new term known as radius ratio is used. Radius ratio is nothing but the radius of a cation divided by radius of an anion. So the ratio of the radius of cation with respect to the radius of an anion is known as the radius ratio of a particular ionic compound. Depending on the values of this radius ratio, that particular ionic compound construct a particular type of crystal depending on their orientation with respect to one another, and that orientation of these ions with respect to one another is determined by their size, or more precisely from their radius ratio. Let's try to diagrammatically see how a crystal is formed. Suppose that a cation is placed and 4 anions are placed surrounding this. Now, the size of this cation is comparable with the size of the anion. That's why when it is placed at the 4 centered, the anions cannot get as close with each other. Let's take another one in which the positively charged anion is comparably extremely small compared to the size of the anion. As a result, what happened? 4 anions get as close as possible as with each other, and the vacuum cavity position in surrounding the 4 anion is occupied by the small sized cation. Now, these two situation arises when different sized cations and anions are combined together. In the both case, the anionic size that I am representing is same. Only the change I am doing in here is the central ion. You can take the example of anion also. When I am changing the shape of the cation, instead of a large to extremely small, the entire orientation of anion with respect to one another changes. In this one, the anion cannot get as close as possible as that we can do in this structure. So as their orientation with respect to one another is different, even for the cation, the cations are having a distance from the surrounding anions in this one, but not in this one. Their orientation changes from their size, the orientation with respect to one another changes from this one to this one. This entire thing is depend on their respective sizes of cations with respect to the size of anion. That is their radius ratio. Now, radius ratio is the ratio of radius of cation with respect to the radius of anion. As in this case, the radius of cation is extremely small compared to the radius of the anion. Therefore, the ratio for this one will be extremely small, because the numerator there is the sizes of the cation is placed, and in this example the size of the cation is extremely small compared to the size of the anion, which is situated in the denominator in this radius ratio. That's why the ratio for this type of crystal formation will be extremely small. The value for radius ratio will be extremely small, whereas for this kind of orientation, the radius ratio will be higher, because in the numerator the size of the cation compared to the denominator, the size of the anion is comparable with one another. That's why the ratio will be almost at least higher compared to the radius ratio that will be produced from this orientation. this entire concept of radius ratio, which is determining the orientation of cation with respect to anion, or anion with respect to cation, or with respect to one another, this entire thing can be observed with the help of values of radius ratio. Scientist has observed that there are certain values or range of radius ratio which permit a certain type of structure from crystal lattice. That is what I'm trying to say is that the scientist has concluded that there are certain ranges of radius ratio value that will support a certain type of structure formation for crystal lattice that I have constructed in this chart. For this one, the first one is being linear. That means the size of the cation and the size of the anions are the structure, the orientation of the cations and anions are in a linear manner, because the radius ratio is found to be very less than very less than 1, meaning that the numerator is extremely small. The size of the cation is extremely small compared to the size of the anion. As a result, that extremely small amount of cation cannot attain more than 2 anion, because if you place another anion, the amount of repulsion that will be faced by these three similarly charged anion will be extremely high. That's why only possible structure is that the linear fashion, in which the number of particles that this cation will be surrounding is 2, which is known as the coordination number. Coordination number is the number of particles, number of ions that is surrounded by a single ions. In this one, this cation can only surround itself by 2 anions. That's why the coordination number for this cation in this structure is 2. That can produce only linear type of structure. Now, if the radius ratio lies in the range of 0.155 to 0.255, that is, the sizes of the cation is increased compared to the previous one. So in that case, the increased size of cation now can orient by 3 oppositely charged anion, because the size now has increased compared to the previous one. But still it cannot accommodate more than 3, because if I introduce another one, the repulsion force will again destabilize this entire structure. So to have a stabilized structure, it can only get oriented by 3 oppositely charged anion only. That's why the coordination number for this one is 3, when the radius ratio lies between 1.55 to 1.25, creating a structure triangular. Now, when the radius ratio increased, the range of radius ratio increased from 2.225 to 2.141, then the sizes of the cation increased furthermore compared to the previous size of the cations that we were discussing. That's why now the cation with a considerable bigger size can accommodate or orient itself with at least 4 oppositely charged anion. As a result, the structure that can be produced is tetrahedral. If the radius ratio lies from 1.414 to 1.3732, then the cation, the bigger size of cation, can orient itself with orient or surround itself by 6 anionic molecules, 6 anionic ions, oppositely charged anions, leading to a structure known as octahedral structure. If the radius ratio lies from 0.732 to 1, then the size of the cation becomes so bulky that it can surround itself by 8 oppositely charged anions. Therefore, the coordination number for cation showing the radius ratio lies in between 0.732 to 1. It is 8, found to be 8, and the structure that it creates is body-centered cube. Now, these last two structure we will be discussing about in the solid state chapter in our class 12 syllabus. The rest of them are very easier to understand. So, what I am trying to say is that ionic compound gain extra stability when ions are combining with each other, oppositely charged are combined with each other and form compounds, ionic compounds. They gain an extra stability when they form a crystal compound by orienting themselves with respect to one another in a orderly manner. Now, this orientation leads to a specific shape to gain an extra stability, which results in the definite shape. And this shape depends on the radius ratio of the ionic compounds. Depending on different range of ionic compounds, different particular shapes is formed.